Oh, hey, folks, Dude here. Coming at you, coming at you, coming at you, coming at you on all things. It's going to be Tuesday, July 18th. And it's going to be a podcast later on, all good stuff like that. There, I have recovered from my infamous post-vacation getting sick, life sucks like crazy debacle. Oh, man. All right, so what happened on the time period which I was unavailable? I was not able to be contacted. I was incommunicado. Well, I took a cruise. I left out of Baltimore. There's actually a area here called Key Highway. Key Highway actually has a tour terminal. You get on the cruise ship and you leave town. So what I did literally was coming out of the Chesapeake Bay, went down to Chesapeake Bay, hooked a U-turn, went northeast, went to Boston, Portland, Maine, Bar Harbor, Maine, St. John, which is going to be the area where you have the Bay of Fundy, looped around the other side, those two stops are in Canada, looped around to the other side to Halifax, Nova Scotia, and hung out, had a good time, turned around, came back home. Turned out to be a 10-day cruise. You wake up on the 10th day where they're saying, "Get off the boat!" Yeah, so that's the 10th day where you wake up and they're like saying, "Get off the boat! You are done. We need new people. You old people are used up. Get off the boat!" So what happened in my time travels and good stuff like that there? Well, first off, let's go to Maine. I have scouted, and I sampled, doing it upside down again, obtained and absconded with said item of Moxie. Moxie, have your Moxie. Now, literally what this is this is a regional soda that is way known in some sections of the Northeast. I don't know if it's going to be Maine especially, but it's definitely a very regional soda. Now, people would ask you, what does Moxie taste like? Well, Moxie, and that's not anybody but a guy they stuck on the can, okay? That's nobody but a face they stuck on there. They've never been able to say, like, you know, this is Joe Blow, who's so famous. That is who it is. They just think the guy looked good on a can. Now, what does Moxie actually taste like? It's very much like Dr. Pepper or something along those Dr. Thunder kind of Walmart things where it's kind of like about 50 different things being thrown at you at once, and it tastes good. Druthers, there is, dun 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 dun, an aftertaste. Oh, man. They actually make this with an extract of a botanical, shall we say. I don't know exactly which plant it's in. You know, I might just stick it in the annotations as usual. But what this stuff does is it tastes good at first, and then it's like, maybe not that critically bad, but there's like this aftertaste that just goes, "Hi, how you doing?" Blink. And that's literally what happens. Moxie is a very unique tasting beverage. You can actually get like barbecue sauces made with it, and it's a very unique flavor. I don't mind it. I don't mind bitter tastes. As a matter of fact, you know, truthfully, I do like unusual stuff, and I actually did bring along, yes, I did bring along a jar of Vegemite on my cruise, and I was eating it during breakfast, and they didn't say a word to me, so no problems there. If you guys want to bring along your Vegemite or anything else along those lines for like flavor inducements for like, you know, when you eat your meals, charitably, they won't F with you too bad. Booze is something else entirely. You're only allowed 2 bottles of wine, and of that, you only can drink them in your room. Other cruise questions and what have you, I'll get into the podcast later on. But this one, of course, was number 1. I keep flipping the can the wrong way. This one, of course, is number 1. I got Moxie. Number 2, and this is the 3rd time I went to Maine, and I finally effing lucked out. I found, dun 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 dun, fiddleheads. Oh, man. Let me play with the focus here a little bit. I found fiddleheads. These are Arustock fiddleheads. The other thing that kind of sucks is they're expensive Arustock fiddleheads. Let me find my focus button again here. Hopefully you guys can see. Yes, that is not a typo. It was $12.50 for this 12-ounce jar. I think it's 12-ounce jar. 1-pound jar. 1-pound jar of fiddleheads. These guys are really, really, really hard to find. Now, what do they actually taste like? To me, they kind of taste a little bit like a mix of like capers, maybe a smidgen of broccoli. It's really kind of a hard to find thing, but you will note it is a pickled product. And there's a reason why it's a pickled product. When they harvest these guys, and it's only a 4 to 6 week length of period of window opportunity, these guys are grown in the wild, and they are kind of a fern. So literally you snap up the heads, you don't do it too much, but there's actually 3 rules for gathering fiddleheads. Number 1, don't kill the bush by grabbing them all. Number 2, don't be a jackhole and grab them all so there's none left for the next guy. And number 3, harvest them carefully and correctly. Now, literally what you do with these guys is you pick them off the plant. There's like a kind of a thin, almost onion skin on the outside. You got to rub that off. Then you must pickle the fiddleheads. If you do not pickle a fiddlehead, you, my friend, will be very, very sick. Because there's a something or other in there that basically says, "Hi, I'm the thing that's keeping you from eating me." Yes. If you treat them correctly, they are delicious. If you don't treat them correctly, they want to seek exit options in any way possible, and you are not going to enjoy the exit. So, this is going to be number 2. I got a hold of some fiddleheads, and this was trip number 3 to Maine, where I finally lucked out and found some. Where did I find them? Well, I found them in the Cabot Cheese store in Bar Harbor. Very cool place, by the way. You can go in there and sample like crazy. So, number 3, what did I get? Well, I got myself a banned item in the United States. That's right, we're talking about something that is contraband. Yes, I got myself these guys, the Kinder Eggs. Now, why are they actually banned? Well, they're really not like this horrible, icky, nasty, you can't have them kind of a, terrible for you kind of a deal. What happened is that this is a hollow candy shell. So, let's see what's in this hollow candy shell. So, literally, you peel off the foil, and it is a chocolate egg. Now, what's the problem with having a chocolate egg that's like this? Well, inside the chocolate egg is, dun, 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 a capsule. Now, some dumbass decided he was going to eat the Kinder Egg, and proceeded to eat the Kinder Egg without taking into account that it contains this massive honking capsule. He ingested said item, he choked on said item, he expired because he's a dumbass. Now, what is it actually? It's chocolate on the outside, it's white chocolate on the inside, and I'm going to give it a try. It actually is showing a little light hole right here, so it's not a good coverage. Excuse me. It's pretty basic chocolate. What is in the capsule? Well, let's see. We got like a little comic book type of thing. And we got this. And this looks like it is going to be a little car or something, or a motorcycle or some such. What you do is you just assemble a toy, then you have a toy to play with, and you have a little comic book and things to look at, and you have the candy shell which to ingest. So basically it's an all-in-one kind of thing, treat for kids. And because some people are too stupid for words, they try to eat something that is literally, it's effing huge, folks. You cannot eat this thing, okay? Literally, well, I don't think you can stuff this thing in comfortably in any body cavity, let alone trying to run it down your esophagus. You are going to expire. I mean, it's not small, okay? It is not small. Take 2 of these and, call the cemetery in the morning. Not small. Don't do that to yourself. All right, folks, so I'm going to break off of this one, get this video too terribly, terribly long, but want to give you guys kind of an update, catch you guys later on the podcast. Of course, I'll fish and flesh things out more with the trip that I just took, and you guys can, Q&A me for, cruise ship stuff, and I can give you guys, a heads up and all the good stuff like that there, and, Kinder Egg. They're around. They're not easy to find in the United States, and, truthfully, it's kind of more of a, hey, ooh, you can't get a hold of the Kinder Egg. Get a Kinder Egg. So, literally, when I went up to Canada, I got a couple of Kinder Eggs, and I'm sorry, folks, the thrill is gone. It is what it is. I'm going to break up on this one, folks. Eat good, keep tendering as always, you love it. Oh, crazy, banned stuff in the United States. Goodness. Good stuff like that there. See you guys.